I'm like, what the fuck is that? Boom, 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 boom. What the fuck is that? Like,
what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Like on some real shit. Like, what the fuck is that? What's up, guys and dolls? Brit here and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hello babies, and welcome to my beautiful Bratz family. My name is Brittany, Brit, whichever floats your boat. In today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be another story time video because today is Sip and Tell story time, baby, period. So before we get into today's video, I have a special guest here, as you guys can see. You guys have seen her on my channel before. If you're new to my channel or you don't know who this is not a familiar face to you, go ahead and tell them who you are.
I'm Torii. Yeah, go ahead. I'll hold for the applause. Oh
Great content. So yeah, you guys, this is my ace boon coon, Torii T. Period. And today, as I stated before, we're going to be doing a story time video. So y'all already know what's going. Grab something to sip on, grab something to munch on, and let's get right into this story time, baby, period. Okay.
That is fucking ridiculous.
Alright, you guys, so today's sip of the day is going to be a Gatorade. I didn't feel like making no cocktail. Also don't have anything to make a cocktail with, so I gotta go with what I got. So I got some Gatorade, the orange flavor. Orange.
Yeah. Did you see that?
Who?
One of them. That's how I saw her. She just said.
So today's story time of the day, or of the night, is going to be about the time that I don't know what I'm going to name it yet, but whatever's in the title. That's this story time. Before I get into all the tea, all the shade, and all the mess, I do want to say I'm not telling this video to hurt nobody's feelings, to start shit with anybody. Y'all know I gotta do my disclaimer because the peanut gallery just be running and telling everything, okay? And I've had enough of the peanut gallery shenanigans. So I do not mean to start a war with anybody, make anybody feel any type of way. Like, what's done is done. I just want to share my experiences with you guys. You know, these videos are entertainment purposes only. Please, again, I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. Again, for the bitches in the back. Entertainment purposes only. So if you want to hear all this tea, all this shade, all this mess, sister girl, brother boy, sit back, relax, grab some snacks, and let's get into it. Alright? So this happened. Where did this happen? This was like,
Anything back? Oh gosh. I think it was maybe 2 years
oh
ago.
yes. So this happened 2 years ago. Like, dang. A little bit of backstory on the situation. I had just left FedEx. Mind you, this was around the time that I had just recently started doing my YouTube and stuff like that. I was just getting ready to go back.
Hello, Lexi kicked me out.
I had just left FedEx. That's the key. If you want to hear that story time, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, I had just left FedEx and I decided, you know, I want to throw myself a celebration, you know, for putting up with this bullshit for this long. No, I'm just kidding. But I did decide, you know, like, I want to hang out with some of my friends for like the weekend. And so I hit up Torii. I was like, hey girl, I want to get a hotel for like, you know, a few days. Like, if you're down, you ain't gotta put in for the room, nothing like that, because it's just a few days and it's in Atlanta. It's not a whole, you know, fucking road trip. So boom, I love Torii, she's down. And then I call up 2 other friends and we're going to call them our I'm gonna say S for her nickname. I told them, and it was like, yeah, we'll come, blah, blah, blah. So, second day rolls around, and, you know, we're just pulling up, and we're getting all our stuff out. We check in, and we settle into the hotel. So, later that night, we go to Walmart, and we get some juice to go with the alcohol that we brought, and, you know, we just, like, mixing drinks, some taking shots. I think me and you are the only people who really, like, took shots for real. But we're taking shots, mixing drinks, and we're playing like games. So I think we was playing like Truth or Dare or something. Yeah, we were playing Truth or Dare, and we was just having a whole kiki, baby. So eventually the night started to die down because the game of Truth or Dare started to die down. That's the last thing I remember us playing. So the night starts to die down a little bit, and I noticed that Tori's vibe is just like off. And I'm just like, what's wrong with my friend? So I, you know, kind of nudged her, and I was like, hey, you okay? And she was like, yeah, I'm fine. Now, y'all know, when your friend look at you and talk about something, yeah, I'm fine. They not fine. That's not even believable. Like, don't even try to trick me with no bullshit like that, girl. So I'm like, tell me what's wrong. And she's just like, really, it's nothing. And then she grabs her phone and she announces to the room, I'll be back, I'm going to the bathroom. Now y'all know, I know my friend. When my friend just tell me that she's fine, and then like 5 seconds she want to get up and grab her phone, like, I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be back, and just walk in the bathroom. I'm worried because I'm like, okay, she said everything was fine, but obviously it's not fine. Like, what is wrong with my friend? Like what's going on? So she's in there for a good little minute. So I text her and I was like, hey, you okay? Yes, period. I'm fine, period. I got you, I'm fine. You is not fine. So she finally comes out the bathroom, because mind you, this was texting. So she finally come out the bathroom. She announces to the room, I'm gonna go downstairs, I'll be back up in a minute. And then she grabs her purse and she leaves. We all rode in the same car together, and she didn't ask me for my keys. So she's not leaving to go anywhere. What are you doing downstairs? You don't have to get anything out of the car. You're not going anywhere. Because if either of those things were a fact, you would have asked me for my keys. So I'm just like, what's wrong? And I said, okay. I gave her 5 minutes. She said she was gonna be right back. She ain't been back. So I'm like, okay, y'all, I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna see what's wrong with her, but I ain't gonna ask her because I know that if I ask her, she ain't gonna tell me. Try to be slick with it because I go down there by myself first, and I had earphones in my ear. Mind you, my phone is dead. Like that, no fucking battery. So I go downstairs, I got my earphones in my ears, wasn't even plugged up to the phone, both of them just tucked in my pocket. So I'm going out to my car to get something, and I hear her kind of like, there's animosity in her tone, so I know something is going on. So I'm like, damn, who the hell is she talking to? First name that popped into my head was her boyfriend, and we're gonna call him Stevie J, and you will see why we call him Stevie J. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play this off, and I'm gonna ask her, is everything okay when I come back through if she's off the phone? Go to my car to get something. I come back in after about a good 10-15 minutes, and I come back in and I was like, hey baby, you okay? What happened? Crickets again. Okay, so then I'm like, is it Stevie? And these start bouncing. I said, oh shit. So I'm like, okay, well, if you want to talk about it, I'll be upstairs. Like, you can text me if you want me to come down. Whatever you want to do, if you want to talk about it, you just let me know.
Okay.
I go back upstairs, I'm chilling, everything like that. S and R and another friend of ours ended up showing up. So they're in the room and they're asking like, is she okay? Like, what's wrong? I was like, no, she says she's okay. Obviously she's not okay, but like, she's just in a mood where she just don't want to talk about it. Cool, understandable, because you have every right. So about like 2 hours go by, 2 or 3 hours go by. My bitch still ain't back. So at this point, I'm like, I'm gonna go downstairs. So S is like, I'm about to go downstairs, And I was like, yes. She said, okay, good, because I had something that I need to get out your car. So I'm like, oh, that's perfect. I have somebody to go down there with me. So now it don't even seem like I'm really worried. Yeah, like I got an excuse to go down there and not it looks suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Whereas before, in my head, I'm thinking this bitch probably know for a fact that I came down here to see about her. So I'm like, now I got an excuse. So we go downstairs or whatever, and Tori's not on the phone. She got her earbuds in or whatever. Excuse me. So me and S go to my car. She gets what she needs. We're coming back in, and you know, she spoke to Torii, you know, just asked her was she okay, and told her that if she wants to talk about it, the room was willing to, you know, listen to her and talk about it and stuff like that. So S goes up. I stay back because I want to, you know, check in with her, just one-on-one. So I was like, hey baby, like, you okay? And she was like,
I just need a minute. I just need some time.
I said, okay. And she put her earphone in. So at this point, I know this is Torii saying, I don't want to talk anymore. Like, just let me be with self, meditate on it, handle it my own way type shit. So I was like, okay, well, I'll be up. Text me when you're on your way back. Text me if you need me. If you text me and I don't respond within 5 minutes, call me, because I'm probably asleep. My ringer's on. I'll put my phone on charger. We good. So I go upstairs with the rest of the girls, and they're just concerned because, you know, Tori's my friend, so anybody that I care about, they care about too. The vibes were amazing. Like, everybody was getting along, everybody was vibing. So of course they was worried about her and shit like that. So I'm telling them, you know, like, she said she just need a moment. She's gonna be okay. I don't know what it is, but, you know, whatever it is, I know it's gonna be okay. She'll tell me later, like, when she wants to talk about it. So boom, the next day rolls around. We're packing up and shit. We're getting ready to check out. So we finally check out, and Torii and I are on our way to her house. So we was getting gas, and while we were at the gas station, she was like, let me tell you what happened. So T, I'm gonna let you take over, and I'm gonna let you tell them what happened.
Okay, so basically, the day that we went to the hotel and we checked in, my boyfriend at the time was basically telling me like he was gonna go to the studio with his friend. For what reason, I don't know. He ain't never just went to no studio with his friend. Like, I was already a little bit like, but you know, whatever. So I'm having fun with Britt and the girls that night. You know, we turned up. We having a good ass time. I mean,
whole
like,
ass Kiki, okay?
it was amazing.
Like,
so the whole time, mind you, he's texting me like, oh my God, I miss you so much. And, you know, shit you do when you in a fucking relationship at the beginning, trying to be, well, not even at the beginning, but period. So talking about he missed me, this, that, and the third. I'm having a good ass, fun ass night. And next thing you know, I started getting messages from some girl. Basically just like, you need to find a new man because the man was just, you know, eat me out. Then she just started sending me screenshots. I know some of y'all know how that shit be. I open them, I read them. Fucking pathetic. Just sad. Embarrassing.
this is really embarrassing. You should be embarrassed.
You're not embarrassed. This is really embarrassing.
So this girl is like, you know, really fighting for this man. And like, I'm looking at her profile picture like, bitch, what? So if you want him, sis, you can have him.
Hello.
Who? Huh?
Cause who? Check it out.
Baby.
Bitch, where?
So like, who said that?
Who had been saying that?
Who said that?
Who said that? Who said that?
I immediately start texting him like, who is Bulldog? Like, who is she? Who is this bulldog looking ass girl texting my phone? He's not answering at first. He's not answering. I'm in the bathroom just calling. He not answering. So eventually, that's when I got fed the fuck up because I knew like I was gonna want to throw something. And I have these lovely ladies sitting in the other room because we were having such a great time. I'm like, I don't want to fucking explode in front of them. So I come out the bathroom and I'm like, yeah, I need a minute. And I go downstairs, trying to keep my composure. It was just a crazy ass night, and I finally get him on the phone. Obviously, we're going back and forth. And you know, Brittany came down there. I knew if I was to like talk to her about it at that moment, I would probably break down. I was not trying to be like no party pooper, because I'm like, we was having a good ass night, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't already ruin my fucking night, but I'm not gonna ruin everybody else's, like, you know. So eventually I went up there, like she said, and I decided to wait till the next day to tell her, when it was just me and her. We was in the car, she was on the way driving me home, and I told her everything or whatever. Obviously she was pissed, and like
Child,
yeah.
pissed. Ain't even the word. So she tells me all this stuff, and of course I'm furious, enraged. And so I was just like, you know what, we just gonna make a kiki out of it. Like, that's what I like to do. Like, when shit go wrong, especially if it's about a nigga, I'm about to make a kiki out of it. I'm gonna cry, and I'll make a kiki out of it. Cause you're not finna hold me, sir. The fuck? So I'm just like, okay, we're gonna make a kiki out of it. Like, you know, we're gonna have fun tonight too. So we get some drinks, we call up another one of our friends, we get to her house, and we just drinking, just drinking, just having the time of our lives, just drinking. She didn't text him the whole night, everything's cool. So fast forward like a week or so, and Torii and I are at this wing place, like wing spot A1.
Ooh.
But
Ooh, okay.
you okay?
I'm good. You know, I have felt something tickle me.
Oh, heck, well, we about to get out of here real quick. Basically, we're getting food. She's on the phone with Stevie because he also wanted some food. I get my food out of nowhere.
Bro, what the fuck? Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Again?
And I'm just like, what? You're call singer, sing. So I'm just like, Torii, what is wrong with you? And so I'm just sitting here like looking around like so I pull her outside, and she was like,
Brittany, this nigga got me fucked up.
what happened? Like, tell me. So I'm gonna let her tell y'all what she told me.
So basically, the fucking bulldog hit me up off her little fake. Yeah, what is that, a train?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
He's upset.
Okay, Thomas. Calm down. Calm down. So yeah, she done made her a fake little page, and I knew it was her because, first of all, she put her little nickname. Her nickname was like the first 3 letters of the username, then it was like some bullshit numbers. So I'm like, girl, you not slick. And then she proceeds to start talking about you still acting like you want him, and basically popping her shit, calling me all types of bitches and hoes over a dude that I said she could have.
He just didn't want to be had.
I was on the phone with him at the time she was sending these messages. Like, I was on the phone with him, and I'm like, you need to control your bitch. And I'm just like, I'm finna go beat her ass in front of her fucking kids. I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't give 2 shits. And I'm just like, you need to go control your bitch. I'm cussing him out. I'm pissed. I don't give a fuck that we in this fucking wing joint and they might think I'm fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Right. Because, like, why would you do that?
so at this point, I'm ready to fight. I asked her to drop the address, whatever the case might be. This bitch with her scary ass
Sent the incorrect address. Because at this point, Tori's filling me in. We got our food, and we're back in the car. So she's filling me in on everything that's happening as we're getting back in the car. So she's telling me she's all hyped up, and you know, this my bitch. So now I'm hyped up. I'm like, yeah, we finna pull up or whatever. So I'm hype. I'm like, yeah, we about to pop out or whatever. I'm texting dudes, like whole ass gang shit, okay? And I'm like, so this bitch trying to pop shit. I need y'all to be in the area and be on standby in the case that, you know, this bitch got some niggas over there at her crib. So I'm like, I don't know if she got niggas with weapons over there. We need some support, okay? It's 2 of us, and I don't know how many fucking people in her house. So I'm just texting who I know live in the area, and I'm just like, y'all be on standby because I don't know if she got niggas at her house. So I'm pressing Torii for the Eddie because I'm like, so what is the Eddie? What is the Eddie? Because mind you, we still got to take Stevie's food to him. So I'm like, so what's the Eddie? What's the Eddie? And she's texting Bulldog on Instagram. She's like, drop the Eddie, drop the Eddie. So Bulldog sends the incorrect address the first time. What did you say it was? Like some
Oh, like some warehouse or something?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she sent like a warehouse or some address the first time, and then she finally dropped the real location. So at this point, Tori's on the phone with our friend, and we're just gonna call her
Felicia.
Yeah, we're just gonna call her Felicia. Okay, so we're on the phone with Felicia, or she's on the phone with Felicia, and Felicia like, yeah, bitch, like, do we need to come through? Cause her sisters and everybody was at her house. So Felicia hyping her up, I'm hyping her up, she hyping me up, we hyping Felicia up. Like, everybody just fucking hyped up at this point because this bitch got all of us fucked up. So at some point during the ride from the wing place to Stevie's house, she got off the phone with Felicia and she got back on the phone with Stevie. So when we got to his house, it ended up in kind of like an argument, like they was going back and forth, because he was like, why y'all about to go over there, X, Y, Z, like, don't be doing that, don't be stupid, pretty much. Like, I don't think he said that out of his mouth, but like,
in a nutshell, that's basically it.
yeah. So he's like, don't be doing that because you don't know if if they got X, Y, Z. And in my head, I'm like, sir, really don't matter who they got in there, because we got bitches and niggas on the way. So your point. So he's like, nah, I'm coming. And she's like, no, you're not. We're about to drop this food off to you and you're gonna go back in that house. And he was like, no, I'm coming because I don't know, they got niggas over there, So in my head, I'm like, I understand, but at the end of the day, with or without you, we gonna be straight, because we got people on the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got, once baby girl drop that real address, baby, that's the location, you feel me? So they going back and forth. We get to his house or whatever, and she's sitting down, she's like, this boy need to come on. I told him that we was outside. So he finally comes outside. She gets out. She takes him his food or whatever. And at this point, shit starts to take a turn because they arguing. I don't know what they was arguing about, but they start arguing. And all I know is I just saw him get a little like puffing up his chest. And I'm just like, that's my friend you bucking up at, sir. I don't too much like that, homeboy. So at this point, I turn off the car and I get out the car and I walk up to them and I'm trying to defuse the situation at first. And he went from yelling at her and cussing at her, and now he's yelling and cussing at me. Alright, y'all, I'm sorry, my mama called me. So basically, right. So they're arguing. I walk up and I'm like, yo, you know, like, calm down, and he starts going in at me. And he's just like, this all your damn fault that we in this predicament, because I don't like the fact that you trying to put her in these type of situations. Like, you as her friend, you should be trying to put her in these type of situations. You got her going over there. What if that girl got niggas over there? And I'm like, it's my fault. I did this. Me?
Oh my god.
Boy, you must be out your look.
I'm so dead. Y'all.
Stevie. For real? He going in on me talking about it's my fault, because if I was really her friend, I wouldn't be putting her in these type of situations. And I'm like,
the one who put me in this situation.
we're here because of you. It's you. It's you. It's you. The problem is you, okay? It's not us. I didn't do anything. I'm not the one who sent screenshots. So he's going off on me or whatever, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm about to walk away. Whenever you're in a bad situation, all you have to do is walk away. So that's what I did. I walked away, because you're not finna get me caught up and then we sitting out here in front of your mama's house fighting. No. So I'll go back to the car. I'm like, look, Tori, I'm going back to the car. Like, y'all figure that out, like, whatever. Because at this point, they're still arguing about whether or not he's going to come. So I'm just like, okay, I'm going to let y'all have that. And I'm in the car, and they're arguing for a minute. They're arguing, because I'm watching. Because like I said, the reason why I got out of the car in the first place was because he was kind of bucking up on her and getting a little too close for comfort. So I'm just looking, just making sure he stay where he was when I left. And then she finally comes back to the car. She gets in, she closes the door, and she's like, he need to come on, like, because I don't even want him to go. Like, she really didn't want him to go. So
after all that, we literally just decided not to go.
Yeah, because
I'm just like, at this point, it's just too fucking much going on. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And at that point, I think, oh yeah, I had called Felicia back and just asked if we could go over there. So we was finna go over there and just like try to get our mind off of it, have a good time, whatever the case might be.
Yeah, because we was just like, look, he having a whole bitch fit in the back seat, so
Yeah.
I don't want to keep hearing his mouth. She's like, you know what, like, fuck it, I don't even care, like, I'm just finna go to my bitch house. So we went to Felicia's house, period. So we went to Felicia's house. Mind you, this was my first time meeting Felicia. So Felicia and I, we meet, we bond, like, we click, cause hey sis. But yeah, so she introduced me to her sister and, you know, stuff like that, like everybody that was in the house and stuff like that. And so me, her sister, and Torii, we went outside and we was drinking, and the dudes stayed in the room or stayed in the house. So we outside on the porch, like just chopping it up, talking, drinking. We was just vibing with each other the whole entire night. From the car ride there throughout the night, like Stevie and Torii are just arguing. So at one point in the night, I think it was just as Felicia finished cooking dinner, because she was cooking as well. So once she told everybody, you know, to come eat or whatever, Torii don't eat seafood, and she cooked seafood. So Torii was in the back room with Stevie. They going at it, like everybody can hear them. I'm sitting there, I'm eating my food, and then I hear a thump.
Shut up, baby. Girl, mad as hell she heard that thump.
Cause what? So I'm like, what the fuck is that? Boom, 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 boom. What the fuck is that? Like,
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
like on some real shit, like what the fuck is that? And I hopped up, I went to the door and I knocked. Torii, you okay, sis?
Yeah, we okay.
In my head, I'm already thinking, like I'm already fighting with myself, because I'm like, ain't no way that thump is what I thought it was. He'll cross a lot of lines, but he wouldn't cross that one. I'm like, I'm just bickering with myself, like, but bitch, you heard that thump. Okay, but he wouldn't do that, but bitch, you heard that thump type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I walked back to the table, everything cool, everything whatever. Like 5 minutes later, Torii storming out the room, because they was in the back room, in the kids' room. She storms out the room and he slams the door behind her. And she goes right outside, storms outside. And me and Felicia, we literally did one of these. Bitch.
Demon time.
You feel me? Let's go. So me and Felicia go outside. I think Felicia was just trying to cheer Torii up. I was trying to verify, because I'm on demon time. I go outside, me and Felicia, and we asking her what's wrong and stuff like that. And she basically said, so I can't remember what she said.
Who is that?
So we're just asking her, you know, what happened, like, what did he do? And she said something, I don't even remember what she said.
Yeah, you know, I don't remember.
And he be putting his hands on me.
Yeah.
That's all I heard. I just heard something. He be putting his hands on me.
Right. And to clarify, just like, so basically, right, because I don't remember exactly what I said, but like, the thump, basically he pushed me. And the thing is, when I said it, I wasn't really thinking when I said it, because at that point, Brittany didn't know about like previous altercations that me and him had. Felicia, she knew, because me and him had we had an altercation at her house once before. But Brittany, she didn't know. So when I said that, that's literally all she heard. And
so yeah. I hear her talking about somebody putting their hands on her. So I was like, what? At this point, she's realized, oh, but she can't go back and be like, who said that?
Who said that? Who said that?
She can't go back and change it. And I was like, putting his hands on you, how?
Yeah. And then I think Felicia kind of started to say, like, well, it was just a time where, you know, they was over here last time and they kind of just, and you know, I was just like, yeah, basically me and him, we was just getting into it bad. And I just, you know, I'm not gonna cap, like, I probably hit him a couple times. Cause he pissed, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, he done got a little, you know, I done got a little rough on him, but I told her exactly like what he did.
And
yeah.
So I'm like, how? And she basically just went into choking. At first, my first initial thought was, I know what she's talking about, but she better be talking about in the bedroom.
Oh my gosh.
Because who? Who did that? So I was like, Torii, are you fucking kidding me? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay. Took the ring off, slipped it in my pocket, tied my hair back. It was in a little short twist anyway, so I really didn't have to do that, but I did it. I was being extra. And I'm like, all right, cool. And she was like, Brittany, no, like, stop. I said no. I said, because the previous time, I wasn't here to defend you because I didn't know about it. I said, now you tell me that it happened today and also in the past. I said, is that what that thump was that I heard? Is that thump that I heard? And she was like, yeah, that's all I needed. All right, cool. We ain't talking about it no more. You, Felicia, and I are not talking about it anymore because I'm about to go in here and me and Stevie are gonna talk about it. So I go to the back room and I ain't even knock. I just busted up in there and I closed and locked the door because, bitch, don't play with me. So I closed the door and I was like, I'm gonna ask you one good time. Did you put your hands on my friend? This man ain't gonna sit here and look at me like I'm Boo Boo the fool, like he done seen a damn ghost.
Excuse me?
Did you put your hands on my friend?
I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but we not finna have this conversation.
And I'm just like, you're not talking to me. I walked up on him a little closer. My friend just told me that you put your hands on her.
Bruh, are you done?
I don't know what the fuck you used to, but I'm not that type of bitch.
Bruh, are you done?
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right.
One thing about him, two things for sure. If he don't give a fuck, he don't give a fuck. But still, you not finna do that to me. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Because I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
I'm like, all right, they think I'm playing with him. I'm going off. He's like,
Bruh, shut the fuck up, bruh.
you know, like when somebody talking and you just like, shut the fuck up. He sounded like he was irritated, so that set me off. So I did. I raised my fucking hand at him because I'm like, you put your hands on my friend, so why can't I put my hands on you? I think that evens the score. I think that settles it. Just about.
And y'all, the crazy thing is, when she did this, mind you, I went after her. This bitch really did lock the door. So I'm outside the door trying to get in, and I can't get in.
All I hear is
like literally, and I had to call basically Felicia's man at the time, her baby daddy or whatever. I had to call him to see if he could like open the door because I hear Brittany getting loud as fuck. Like I just hear her going in on him, and I'm just like, I just want to diffuse the situation at this point because I'm just like, I don't know what's finna happen, and I know if it gets physical, like
it's over. But I didn't care. I was ready for my little ass to be thrown across the room that day.
bitch, see, that
But
would
this
have started
one-
a whole fucking war. Like,
I was ready.
y'all, he finally got that motherfucking door open though. And as soon as he got that door open, all I seen was her with her fucking hand raised. Like, I kid you not.
And I feel somebody tug. And I look back. This bitch, I've only been in a headlock one other time before this. And y'all already know that story time. This bitch got my arm. And she got my ass in a fucking headlock, y'all. And she's like,
No, stop it. What the fuck? Brittany, calm down. What's wrong with you?
I'm mad at her because I'm thinking you're mad at me. You're mad at me and I'm trying to defend you. Like, are you serious right now? I'm mad at him because I'm like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even been in here.
Showing my ass.
Hello. And she wouldn't have a reason to come in here and try to stop my ass. And me and her wouldn't be arguing right now. So they finally take me outside. Felicia and I, we go outside. We drive around a little bit. And Felicia's sister, as we're going to the car, is like, she leaving. She leaving. Me and Felicia drove around the complex, you know, a couple times. And she was just like, you know, she just kind of calmed me down pretty much. And I was like, all right. So we get back. I'm outside on the porch. And then somebody came out and it was like, hey, they want to see you, like, in the room. I think it was Felicia, because Felicia ended up going inside. And it was her, Stevie,
me, Stevie, and Felicia, we all had to talk.
And so I think
And
Felicia,
I told him, yeah, that's when I had told him he needs to apologize to you.
So Felicia come get me, and I go inside, and I come in the room, and he basically, you know, apologized. I said some things. I also apologized, and look, I did not apologize for defending my friend. I apologize for the way that I chose to handle the situation. Because what I should have did was waited for him to come out the room, not go to him in the room.
This bitch.
I'm just like,
And she did ass.
you really think I would have did that?
Yes. I don't blame you though.
But you know, I was definitely not apologizing for defending my friend. Like, I would defend her all over again. But it was mostly just the way I went about the situation. Like, there was a better way to go about that specific situation. I didn't go into detail about like everything that I did, everything that I said, and it's more so like the things that I said once I got into the room. And she can't tell you what I said because she doesn't know. So I apologize to him for that. It wasn't no low blow type shit or anything like that, because I'm not the type of person, but I said some things could have been left unsaid. I'm just gonna say that. So he apologized. I apologized for some of the things that I said. We fixed it, and then later on in the night, like about an hour before we got ready to go, Torii comes and she's like, I'm sorry, like I love you, like I'm sorry, like I want you to know I wasn't mad at you. I said, okay. And she was like, are you mad at me? I said, why would I be mad? And she's just like, okay, well, I love you. I know you were protecting me. Thank you. And I really appreciate it. I said, you're welcome. And she hugged me or whatever. And then we finished having a kiki the rest of the night, because after that, like, I was cool, like, maybe like 10 minutes later. Like, I was cool. And then we left. But yeah, y'all, that's the story time about the time that I almost fought her boyfriend.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that story time is crazy. But yeah, y'all, so that's story time about the time that I almost fought her boyfriend. I just said that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you would like to be a part of my breast family here on YouTube, please don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you don't miss a beat, and hit that bell, child, so you won't miss any of my updates. Tori's information will be down in the description box below, so please go follow her. And if you're coming from her channel, comment down below a purple heart. And if you're coming from my channel, comment down below on her video a blue heart. We want to represent friends out here, okay? Period. And she's going to upload some more, right? Yeah, because we've been doing videos. And I ain't seen that one post. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, you guys, please be safe, stay bold, stay beautiful, and at the end of the day, when all else fails, just be real about this sugar honey iced tea, baby. And I will see you guys at the next one. I love you. Bye.